None of us could predict or plan for what would transpire under the events of COVID-19. 58,000 people in my industry went bankrupt, lost their jobs, and I was one of them. I was front row and centre. I lived on Melrose Avenue, and I watched my street burn for about 4 weeks, and we were on martial law, locked down until 2 p.m. for 4 months. After a year of trying to balance the $25,000 a month overhead on my gym and health and fitness facility, my mortgage and other expenses, it became clear that I would not be able to open my doors again, and decided that due to the fact that funds were dwindling rapidly, I could no longer afford my medical insurance. I was going to have to return to the UK. What I didn't account for was obviously coming back still in lockdown, that despite coming in on an English passport, it would take an entire year for me to prove I was English. I couldn't rent anywhere because I had no credit history over here. I couldn't prove I was English. I couldn't open a bank account. It was hell. So I ended up in sheltered accommodation. My health tanked. I am on suppressive medication for thyroid cancer, which I've had 4 times. I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm high-functioning ADHD with autism, which makes me very sensitive to things not being the way that they should be. I'm meticulous with details, very organised, and don't handle change very well. My experience with South Devon Rural and now Places for People have been beyond traumatic. But I'll go into that shortly. The reason I'm reaching out to you is that after 18 months now of being deflected, redirected, and getting nothing sorted out, I realise that this isn't a system, this is a lack of system. And with South Devon Rural key players still in key roles now for Places for People, nothing has changed for me. In fact, it's actually got worse, because now everything keeps circling back to my building manager. She's able to intercept messages through the customer hub. I launched a formal complaint against her last year. That was dismissed this year because they could find no evidence. How they found evidence or lack of evidence, I don't know. They didn't contact myself, and they didn't contact the neighbour who had been told that I'd reported him for the gas tanks being in the hedge for months and months and months, the abandoned car, the littering, and the foul smell coming from his house. So he went ballistic on me twice. At one point, does a building manager cause discontent within a very small community rather than diffuse it? No accountability.